GoThunderWolves.com here with head coach Tommie Johnson. CSU Pueblo women's basketball got off to a very strong start. I mean, you had some tough opponents. You had number 10 Texas A&M Commerce, who jumped up in the rankings this week, and number 1 Lubbock Christian, in which you took a win from. It was the first time in 39 games that team had lost. After that weekend, how did that weekend feel as a coach, and especially this early on in the season?
Felt good. Our girls battled. We got a chance to be a special group. We started off, we had a game on Tuesday at Wyoming. Got back late Tuesday night. Wednesday morning they got up and they lifted, and we're having a coaches meeting upstairs, and then I hear all these balls bouncing and our girls are in there, and I knew that they were getting prepared for a big weekend, and we really felt like we had the chance to get against two really quality nationally ranked opponents, and I think our girls went in there and played hard and showed that we can compete with the best, and we just need a little bit more seasoning.
Unfortunately, against Texas A&M Commerce, they ended up putting together a huge quarter in that fourth quarter against you, and ultimately took out a kind of a last-minute win over you. But how was the conversation after that game, because you prevented that happening the second day against Lubbock Christian?
Well, after the game, I think the biggest deal was our girls expected to win against Commerce, and then they expected to go in against Lubbock and win as well. So after the game, we just talked about the things we could clean up, and it was the fun part of that was our leaders. Leaders on our team, nobody was satisfied with being close. That was a game that they really thought that we were in control of, and we, like you said, they went on a pretty big run in the third, and we had to fight and claw to get back in it. So after the game, we really just turned our attention towards Lubbock, tried to give them the respect that they were due in terms of scouting them and getting ready to play, and our assistant coach Jalen Little did a really good job with his scout against Lubbock, and we went out there and got one done.
You also had a big showing from transfer junior Alicia Davis.
Mm-hmm.
She had a double-double against Lubbock Christian, 18 and 12. And she also tacked on a couple blocks and a couple steals. And that was something that not everybody really saw coming, was the steals.
Mm-hmm.
How has that kind of progressed through the year, not just with Alicia, but the team as well?
Well, I think all of our girls have the ability. Defensively, we can fly around. We can get after the basketball. Alicia Davis is definitely a high major athlete. She's, again, learning to trust herself and trust her feet and shoot the passing lanes and use her anticipation. And we anticipated her getting a couple. I'm not sure everybody else did, but we've seen her in practice for quite some time now. And, again, the deal with Alicia is she's just getting started. She's really not super comfortable yet, but she's competitive. She loves her team, loves being here, and she's been extremely coachable. So for us, we see a lot more days like that for her.
On top of the transfers, also Tommie Johnson and Ro Dominguez, they also had great weekends, dropping 15 points, 18 points. But you also had returners that stepped into their roles as well. What have you seen from them as well, such as Kansas Watts, who ended up as your second leading scorer that first day?
Yeah, well, all our girls. We got a well-rounded team. Just to speak to Tommie and Romola real quick, those two are competitively different. They get after it. They want to win. In practice, they go after it, and they showed that this weekend. And then our returners were just really bought in. Kansas Watts was a kid nobody was sure. We know what she is athletically. We just wasn't sure what she wanted to do with her athleticism, and she fits in with this group. She made a conscious decision just to do everything we asked of her to the best of her ability. We went to Wyoming. It really started in Wyoming. We weren't sure. We started in Wyoming, and we watched the tape, and she did everything right defensively. And it's hard to find a kid like that. And also Janiyah Davis, with her experience and her poise, salting the game away, making some big free throws down the stretch, taking care of the ball. So all our returners have been great, but those two in particular have really tried to step in and fill in all the gaps we need.
The Pack is back this weekend. You're coming back home. You have with the Alkali Classic. You have Fort Carson on Friday, and then you have Park on Saturday, or Park University Gilbert on Saturday. They may not be #1 Lubbock Christian, but these are still dangerous teams. What is that mentality trying to keep that hunger that you guys have?
Well, the good thing for us is, no matter what anybody else believes, we have our own goals in that locker room. We have our own mission and beliefs in ourselves. So the opponent at this point doesn't matter for us. We got so much we got to clean up and get better at that. We're looking forward to taking the court again, getting some more tape on ourselves and fine tuning some things and getting some girls in some game shape. So Fort Carson is definitely they have a couple of kids that have played big-time college basketball from all over the place, and Park is well coached, experienced coach. They're pretty good in their league too. So we're just looking forward to competing again and just keep meshing this chemistry the best we can.
What do you foresee happening this week from your team, and what do you hope to see in your team?
I see our team going out and, in the words of John Riston, having a lot of fun, and we spell fun W-I-N around here in Pueblo. What I foresee us doing is really taking our defense to another level. That's all we talk about right now, is taking it to another level, and also figuring out who we are a little bit more, so we don't hit too many dry spells. So when we go 2 or 3 empty possessions, we kind of understand what to do, and we'll work on that this weekend.
Head Coach Tommie Johnson, great start to the season. Only gets better from here.
It does. One more thing I got to say. Congratulations to the CSU-Pueblo men's soccer team making a national tournament. That's awesome. We're cheering for you guys. Everybody out there, make sure you support. Go Pack.